I call to order the meeting of the Village Board for September 25th, 2018. Can you please join us for the pledge? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Village Clerk, would you please call the roll?
President DeSimone,
Here.
Trustee Carmona. Here. Trustee France.
Here.
Trustee Jaworska.
Here.
Trustee Lomax.
Here.
Trustee Panicola.
Here.
Trustee Perez.
Here.
That's 7.
We will now open the public hearing on 2 village applications for a community development block grant. The village is seeking $200,000 in grant funds to help pay for the 2019 residential streetlight project and $400,000 in grant funds to help pay for the 2019 street improvement project. If any person would like to speak during the public hearing on the village's application, I ask that you please approach the podium and state your name and comment. Do we have any comment on this first half? Joe, do you want to explain?
Sure. This is a CDBG application that we do each year. We've been fortunate enough to have successful projects. Our Volk Brothers subdivision was a CDBG program. Our recent residential street lighting programs have been CDBG funds as well. So this year we're going to apply for 2 different grants, one for our continued residential streetlight program. Our program location is anticipated to be where our 2018 water main project was this year, which is north of Jefferson, south of Washington, east or west of York Road, and east of Marion. Excuse me. Our second project will kind of be similar to what we did in the Volk Brothers. We'll be on Eastview and Franzen between Irving Park Road and Hillside. Eastview is anticipated to get a new water main. Franzen's water main is actually in fairly decent shape. We will look at enhanced resurfacing for both of those roadways, spot curb and gutter repair, spot sidewalk repair, ADA sidewalk compliance, and also some storm sewer in the area. That project's anticipated to be about $1 million, so we're looking for $400,000, which is our maximum that we can apply for through the CDBG.
Any questions? This will conclude the public hearing on the village's CDBG applications. We will now move back to the regular order of business. At this time, we'll move to public comment. Does anyone wish to address the board? If so, please approach the podium and state your name.
Yes, we have 2. Mr. Paul DeMichael.
Thank you. My name is Paul DeMichael. I'm here to do a short update on the fire that took place in our subdivision last Thursday. The house at 4N141 Route 83 is in the jurisdiction of Bensonville Fire District 1. Fire District 1 is the fire district that put up the green address signs that you see along 83 and along Church Road and in between. We were a fire department, and in 1988 we donated our fire equipment to the village of Bensonville and became a paper fire district with contracts with both the city of Elmhurst and the village of Bensonville. We are waiting the results of the I'll call it report on the causes of the fire. But we do want to say that we've known for a long time the water lines had to be replaced. We never denied that. It's just a matter of how it's done and who does it. We've been, as they pointed out in the paper, the chief was frustrated by the lack of water when the water main broke. We're frustrated too with our efforts to try and replace the lines when we've asked for engineering drawings from the village and were denied them on several occasions. So there's mutual frustration on both sides. We would like to say that we're going to replace the water system, and we'll get it done and we'll work around these things, but we know that they needed to be done. So there's no denying that. Thank you.
Thank you.
The next speaker is Mr. Gary Gardner.
Gary Gardner. I live in White Pines. The village of Bensonville will no doubt try to take advantage of the fire and main break that occurred last Thursday. This house that sits at the very back of the 3-acre estate is an anomaly in our neighborhood. With its narrow serpentine driveway, this fire was going to be difficult to extinguish even with optimum fire flow from the system. When I arrived around 8:30, I overheard on the fireman's radio that we have an underground gas fire. I asked and was told the gas company had not yet arrived to shut the gas off. The village of Bensonville has seriously neglected the White Pines water system for decades. Hydrant flushing is an integral part of maintaining the health of the water system, and the Band-Aids that have been the routine repair method only make the system more vulnerable. Water providers like Illinois American are mandated to flush each hydrant annually and have only 48 hours to get failing hydrants up and running. We have hydrants in White Pines that have not worked for several years. Mr. President, that sure was an interesting encounter we had last Thursday on the corner of Woodland and Frontage. Perhaps you can explain the relationship you have with your friend who verbally assaulted me right in front of you and his son. Is he part of your entourage? Does he see himself as your bodyguard? Was he packing that night? Did he show off his gun to you again? I took a picture that evening, and it could portray him even as your right-hand man. And it does look like he has a gun tucked in his pants. Just in case you haven't read the email blast that your friends sent out after the fire, once again, the community dividends have grossly misrepresented what actually occurred there, suggesting that I initiated the exchange, exaggerating the number of witnesses, and by failing to mention that you, sir, were one of them. This kind of deception has been the hallmark of the Alliance and all their email attacks ever since they defected from the Civic Association 8 months ago. I firmly believe that you are well aware of their lack of integrity and lack of credibility, yet you obviously relish the support they provide for you and your agenda. And speaking of your agenda, one of the members tried to convince me Frank is doing this out of the goodness of his heart. We have never been told exactly what is in it for Bensonville. How much more money will Bensonville be able to borrow from the $60-some million value from our homes? And do you intend to squander those funds on additional fruitless amenities like stamped colored sidewalks? Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else?
No, that's all I have.
This will conclude public comment. Moving on is to the September 11th, we're looking to, for a motion to approve the minutes from the September 11th, 2018 Village Board meeting. Is there a motion?
You have a
So moved.
motion.
Is there a second to the motion? Are there any modifications to the minutes? All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. The motion carries and the minutes are approved. Next item for business is to approve the warrant in the amount of $1,212,707.33. Is there a motion to approve the warrant?
You have a motion?
Is there a second on the motion?
Second.
Is there any discussion on the warrant? Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona? Yes. Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
The motion carries and the warrant is approved. Moving on to the consent agenda, would the deputy village clerk, please read the ordinances and resolutions on the consent agenda that were discussed at the committee of the whole meeting?
Number 1, ordinance amending the Bensonville Village Code, Title 3, Chapter 3, Liquor Regulations, creation of a Class K1 license. Number 2, resolution authorizing the opening of a bank/investment account with Wintrust Community Bank. Number 3, resolution approving revised change order number 2 and final with R.W. Duntman Company for a decrease of $43,335.88 for the downtown streetscape project, north half, for a revised contract cost of $2,079,530.12. Number 4, resolution authorizing the execution of an amendment number 4 to the engineering service agreement with H.R. Green for plan review services associated with the Elgin O'Hare Western Access Project in a not-to-exceed amount of $100,000 for a revised contract total of $548,000. Number 5, resolution authorizing the execution of change order number 1 final with Hair Construction, Inc. for the 2018 sanitary sewer lining program for a credit of $39,750.37 for a revised contract cost of $159,495.07. Number 6, resolution finalizing the motor fuel tax fund expenditures for the village's local match as well as Phase 3 engineering for the Foster Avenue LAFO project in the amount of $233,127.79. Number 7, resolution finalizing the motor fuel tax fund expenditures for the village's local match fund for the Green Street LAPP and Green Street York Road water main project in the amount of $82,007.08. Number 8, resolution authorizing the applications to seek a community development block grant assistance for the 2019 residential streetlight project and the 2019 village street improvements project. Number 9, resolution to waive competitive bidding and authorize the execution of a contract with M.E. Simpson for the 2018 leak survey in the not to exceed amount of $14,800. 10, ordinance approving a variance fence corner side yard for Ion Lucian Felatinsky located at 401 South Barron Street, Bensonville. Number 11, an ordinance approving a preliminary and final planned unit development, conditional use permit, and site plan review to construct a sports complex for the Grand County LLC located at 1050 South County Line Road.
Is there a motion to approve the 11 resolutions and ordinances listed on the consent agenda as it's read by the deputy clerk?
Have a motion?
Is there a second on the motion?
Second.
Please call the roll.
Trustee Carmona?
Yes.
Trustee Franz?
Yes.
Trustee Jaworska?
Yes.
Trustee Lomax?
Yes.
Trustee Penicola?
Yes.
Trustee Perez?
Yes.
That's 6.
The motion carries and items on the consent agenda are approved. We do not have any reports from the Administration, Community Economic Development, Finance, Police Department, Public Works, or Recreation, so I'd like to move on to the presidential remarks. The first coffee with the village president will be held this Saturday from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. on the outside perimeter of the Deer Grove Leisure Center before the Be Well Walkathon. That begins at 8 a.m. Look for the coffee truck. Next week's coffee with the president will take place, which is October 6th, beginning at 10 a.m. at Krempels Park. Please see our website for more details. Reminder, brush and branch pickup begins next Monday, October 1st. Next Tuesday, October 2nd, the village will be holding a special senior services fair in conjunction with the senior luncheon. The services fair will begin at 9 a.m. Information on services will be available from various local agencies, including DuPage County Assessors and Recorders Offices, Jewel Osco. They'll be visiting Physicians Network, Public Works, to name a few. Senator Don Harmon has sponsored the mobile office of the Secretary of State. Some services provided include driver's license renewals, license plate renewals, IDs, and motor vehicle registration. Pre-registration is required for the Secretary of State services, so please call the Village Hall to register. We do not have a village manager, so there's no village manager's report today. Do we have anything on the village attorney's report?
There is no report, Mr. President.
Is there any unfinished business to come before the board today? Is there any new business to come before the board today? Is there a need for executive session?
There is not, Mr. President.
Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
You have a motion?
Do I have a second on the motion?
Second.
All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All opposed, please say nay. The motion carries. We are adjourned. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.